How you doing, everyone? So today I'm here at Hitch Fit with Bobbi. Bobbi, day one, came in at 200 pounds, 16.23% body fat, 39.5-inch waist around his belly button. Today walked in at 181 at 7.56% body fat, 34 inches around his belly button, for a total of 19 pounds of fat loss. Now, before he had even come to me, he started working out to try to lose some weight and stuff, and his original number sometime in January last year was 223 pounds, so he's down 42 pounds of fat or scale weight since starting his journey. So, Bobbi, I want to take you back to day one, when you came in here anyways, day one, and kind of take us back to this place.
Well, this is a place I don't want to go back to. It's I look at myself and just know that I was doing everything wrong, everything that I thought I was doing right, eating, exercising. I never done a lot of weights, more cardio, but I soon learned that everything I was doing was completely wrong. And I look at myself in these pictures and know that it's a tired Bobbi.
Yeah, yeah. You know, a lot of people assume that when they try to lose weight, they do. I see this a lot in females, sometimes in males as well. What they'll do is they'll overexpend, so they do a ton of cardio, and even if they're eating somewhat normal, you know, they don't have the weights in there. They're just they're losing scale weight, but a lot of that can come off in muscle as well. So it's crucial that you also, you know, you're also mixing in some weight training there to at least maintain the muscle mass that you have. So day one, you came in lethargic and not feeling the way that you wanted to feel. So during the transformation, what changes did you make, and how did you start feeling?
The changes were from the start. I mean, I'm a little different than most. I got to see the process take place with my wife for a good 5-6 months, so I kind of knew what it was about. But for me, it was still adding the weight training in with the cardio and nutrition. To me, it's an easy formula. Once you Micah, or your trainers give you a plan, I mean, if you follow it, everything falls into place. It's pretty easy. Nutrition with the cardio and the weight training, it equals your results what you want. So it's a pretty easy formula. You just got to stick to it.
Awesome. So your situation was a little bit different. You guys have a child. You're working a lot more than what a regular person would work. On a weekly basis, how many hours a week are you working?
No less than probably 65 hours.
So 65 hours a week, still went through transformation, still did his cardio, still ate right, and still was getting his weight training in and everything else. So how did you manage all of that?
It was tough.
Preparation.
I mean, yeah, it's a whole process. I mean, you have to have a support system in line. You'll have the greatest support system once you step in this gym, but I had a great support system at home. Wife helped prepare food I was able to take while I'm working, but most people prepare for 8 hours a day to go to work, and there's times where I was working 16, 18 hours, so preparing enough food for 16, 18 hours, and then you come home and take a 5-mile run at midnight, try to get a shower, get back up and do it all over again. I mean, if you don't have any support, it's almost impossible to do on your own.
Absolutely. So Bobbi's numbers were awesome. Obviously, he looks great. About halfway or 3/4 of the way through, we went through kind of a roadblock, a little plateau there, and something was off, and I couldn't figure it out. I knew that he wasn't cheating on his diet. I knew that he was working really hard, but his numbers weren't changing. And then one of the last questions I asked him, I said, how many hours a night are you sleeping? He said sometimes 3, 4, 5 hours a night. I said, oh no, you know, this is why your body isn't changing again. You're not getting enough recovery. Your cortisol levels, your stress levels are going up because of it, and you're holding on to fat, you're holding on to weight. So I said, cut your cardio back some, give yourself a little bit more time, take some naps during the day, whatever you can to recover a little bit more. And sure enough, I mean, the first couple of weeks he dropped, I think, 4 to 6 pounds, something like that, that it was just holding on. So it's crucial to get sleep. Sleep is when you recover, and sleep is when you build muscle and are recovering. So now, where are you at? How are you feeling? You know, what can you tell people out there?
Feeling is awesome. I'm a person that, you know, I didn't really set really high goals. I just wanted, I don't want to look like anybody different. I just wanted to feel better for myself.
Yeah.
And you know, be able to be there and teach my son positive nutrition, and, you know, down the road some exercise, and so for me to get to this shape, I mean, it was I'm in better shape now when I was playing college baseball. So it's a situation where now learning the right way of doing stuff before just trying to guess and think I'm doing the right, doing what's right. Now having the system in place, it's definitely a life-changing event. So, and I think once you get it in your mind that, you know, get these demons out that you can't do something, whether it's the nutrition part, whether you don't like food, once you understand that the food helps you fuel your body, and basically, and when you know you're in a weight room and you can't do something, you can push yourself to that level to get where you want. And once you battle through those, I mean, you're unstoppable at that point.
That's awesome, man. You know, I want to get back to, you know, here in Kansas City, unfortunately, we're rated, Kansas City is a great city for a lot of different reasons, but we're rated the 6th fattest city in the nation. A lot of our children, you know, I think there's a statistic out there that from like 8 to 12-year-olds or 6 to 12-year-olds on the female side of things, we're the fattest city in the nation, most obese city. And this starts with the parents. A lot of the parents just aren't educated, and so they're buying the foods, they're putting a lot of the foods in the children's mouths, you know, and it starts with the parents. So it's good to see, you know, Brandy and Bobbi come in, and then they're able to translate that over to Ty there and teach him a healthy way of living, and that foundation that he has as he's growing up to know why food is so important. You know, you just don't do it to, you know, for emotional reasons or whatnot. You're doing it to fuel your body, to make you a better person and more energized and wake up healthy and happy. So what can you tell people out there that may be in the situation that you were in? You know, it wasn't about getting on the cover of a magazine. It was about just being a better you.
I think everybody, you want to make yourself better, and anybody that wants to seek out a trainer, I mean, we're all in the same boat together. I mean, we're all seeking that advice, we're all seeking that help because we can't get there on our own. So it's something that once you set your mind to it, you can do it. It's just, I mean, it's a simple formula, but you got to work. I mean, we all have excuses. We all have a hectic lifestyle, but once you set that aside and do this for yourself, I mean, you can make the change. I mean, it's definitely it's a mind and body transformation. Once you get your mind right, your transformation with your body will just fall in place.
That's awesome, man. So, you know, the last thing I always tell, you know, the clients is after they get done with transformation, all that I ask from you guys at this point, obviously, you know, continue to live the lifestyle, but also pay it forward. If there's people out there that you know need the help and they come to you, you know, just try to educate them the best that you can. Maybe they can't afford to come here or work with me personally, but you've learned enough through the process to give them some tips to get them on their way too. And that's all I ask, man. So appreciate all your hard work, man. Gained a friend, and we're always here for you if you ever need us. Thank you for everything and your hard work. You know, your hard work will always translate over to inspiring others. So, you know, that's what we try to do. Thank you guys so much for following us. Check us out on hitchfit.com, and, you know, stay healthy and fit. Make the right choices every day to become a better you. Thanks a lot, everyone.